Which drops made my best of the year list? How could the sneaker game change in 2021? And what's next for this show? I got all of those answers and a whole lot more on today's episode. Let's get it. Hey, coming to you from the empty complex offices in an empty Times Square, I'm Rax Hogan, aka the Stylish Stoner, aka your child's favorite role model, aka it's been my pleasure to assist you here on The Flip thus far. And we got an action-packed show, so let's stop wasting time and get into our question of the week. All right, now I'm sure everybody watching this is ready to put 2020, in the books, put it behind them. And it's been a rough one, but hey, thankfully, you've got a lot to look forward to if you made it through and you're going into 2021. Which brings us to our question of the week. Where do you see the sneaker game headed in 2021? To be honest with you, I only see it getting bigger, better, more releases. A lot of people that were fortunate enough to grab items during the pandemic from some of the bigger releases, I know that they hold on to that and waiting for the world to open up, waiting for the market to be a little bit more volatile for them to unload their product, especially going into next year because it's an investment. It's one of those things where you want to keep stuff and you want to make sure that you have stuff when things come back to normal so that you can still be competing with the newer drops and releases that will be coming and upon us in the 2021. So to answer that question, I only see it getting bigger, better. There's always going to be a new generation, a new interest, somebody coming along that may not have been into it last week, but they into it this week. So with that being said, sneakers will never die. Let's get into this week's drops. Now this week we doing things a little differently. Rather than telling you about the newest releases, I'm just gonna highlight the stuff that I actually liked throughout the year. So starting off things is one of the shoes that I actually just recently picked up myself is the Nike Air Max 270 React Energy Travis Scott Cactus Trails. I think the retail on these was like $180 or something like that, $160, $180. They doing a resale of like $400 and $450. So I mean, it was one of them shoes that had a lot of hype around it. It's actually a good shoe, really like those shoes. So I bought it to actually wear it. Now, next up, another Nike shoe that I actually loved, I don't have, but I'm looking forward to possibly getting it here in the near future, is the Nike Dunk Low Community Garden. My great grandmother used to make me work in her garden when I was a wee lad, so I think that these are cool. I'd really like to have them. I'll probably get them here pretty soon. So I think retail on these was $100. They going for like $375, $400, depending on the size. So I think that was a good investment if you got them. If you want to sell me a pair, you know where to find me. Instagram, it's Rax. And rounding out the list, we've got the Nike Dunk Low Elephant. I just like this shoe because it's a clean shoe. Cool colorway. It's one of them things where the check gives it some pop. The white and the elephant, you really can't go wrong with it. It's like a wear with anything, just wear it. So I actually can't wait for these to drop because I will be on the hunt for these. And I think retail again is $100. And I think resale on them right now is $400. So I mean, it's one of them things where I think that if you get these, if you don't own the more lucrative $1,000 pair, this is a good consolation prize, especially if you want to wear your shoes, which I cannot stress enough. The Flip is all about flipping and getting your money, but I like to look good and wear my stuff. So if it's one of them things where it comes down to, you compromising how you feel about how you look as opposed to your bank account, I'm gonna be honest with you, clearly lead with the bank account, but if you can spare it, go ahead and look good too, man. These one of them things, I'm gonna throw them on. But if you've been listening to me all season, you shouldn't be worried about buying yourself a little gift here in the holiday season. A little prize to reward yourself for all the hard work and due diligence you've done put in watching Rax Hogan, taking this information down, using it and applying it to your closet and inventory to hopefully be making some money. So that's gonna round out my picks of the year. I'm pretty sure y'all got y'all's own picks. If you feel free, let me know. I ain't tripping, but that's gonna do it for those. All right, now, before we get up out of here, there's one name that I hate to mention, but we have to mention. Kanye, all right? Now, even though his brand been on some, other-ish lately, I said to go ahead and roll the dice on the Yeezy 700 V3 Safflower. And it looks like the risk paid off because those is doubling, going for an average of around $400. It goes to show you that the Yeezy brand can still put some money in your pockets, but it really depends on the silhouette. You can't just be buying anything now because it's still dead out here in these streets. So that's gonna do it for this week and this year. Now, thanks again for spending time with me, and I hope you done had your notepads handy and you've been taking notes and your bank is building, your stock is up, and you out here making trips to the bank, baby. Until next time, stay safe. I've been your host, Rax Hogan. I'm out.